And just to give you a hint, it takes into account the heritage of the area, history. Kasi Carbon is a heritage area. We are one of the country's largest engineering and infra firms. We started as a construction company 23 years ago, but now we've gone beyond that. We've transformed into a full-fledged engineering and infra company. 23 years old, started in 1997, and we're publicly listed po in the Philippine Stock Exchange under the, I think, stock code MY. Hindi ba si Megawide? Our vision is to be a first world Philippines. This vision was born out of Mr. Louis Here's vision and our chairman's vision, si Edgar Sabenta also. By the way, both are Bisaya. Louis, born in Cebu, our chairman, born and bred in Zamboanga, Sibugay. Kasi marami na sasabi, Manila boys naman kayo. No, actually. Okay? Our vision, again, is to be a first world Philippines. Why? Pansinin niyo, it has been our guiding light kasi in all of our projects lately. Again, social infra, airport, Mactan International Airport, land port, yung PIEX, Paranaque Integrated Terminal Exchange, the country's first land port. It's an airport for buses. And then, gusto kong ikwento, 2 weeks ago or a week ago, we just finished and turned over 100% of the Clark International Airport. Kami ang gumawa ng new passenger terminal building, although we're not operating it like MCIA. Okay. So I'll narrate it a bit. Samuel Jackson. This is the Megawide Industrial Complex. It's one of the country's biggest industrial complexes. It's 20 hectares big. We're fully integrated in that we have our own batching plants, formworks, precast. Actually, we have the biggest precast facility in the Philippines, and it's the second biggest in Southeast Asia. Yeah, the 10,000 classrooms, yung EPP for School Infrastructure Project. No introduction needed. Terminal 2 of MCIA, which we inaugurated in 2018. Terminal 1, the newly redeveloped Terminal 1, which we inaugurated in January of this year with the President Lones. PIEX, the country's first land port. It's an airport for buses. Kaya magandang amenities. Fully first world. Of course, Clark International Airport, we just finished this a week or 2 ago. Yeah, inspiration. When we did Clark, ang inspiration was Cebu. Kita niyo, di ba? Same sa loob also. Wooden na, glue lam. Same materials, glue lam din. So, kaya natuwa sila. Kaya, of course, Mactan Cebu International Airport is an award winning. It was adjudged the best airport in the medium-sized category for 2018 in the whole of Asia. Last year, 2019, it won the best architecture in the world for a transport-related facility. So that's how award-winning it is. The reason why we're doing the project, itong Carbon project. Next. So this is Carbon right now. It's old na. This is from an aerial perspective. It is still, despite this one, it is still the country, the city's historic and business public market. Kumbaga, it's the heart of Cebu City also. Downtown pa to. It was named after, alam naman natin to, the coal or carbon that was used for trains running through the area. No? It was a depot of sorts. Unfortunately, while it is that, there are several issues then hounding the facility, including sanitation issues, of course. Number 2, security and safety. Kasi nga, di ba? I think, boss, ikaw, you grew up here also, di ba yung mga pickpocket, etc. And then lastly, of course, transportation. Kasi di ba some parts of it are inaccessible, some parts are also. But again, we want to improve on all of this. That's why this is also Megawide's way of giving back. Okay? For the past 5 years, for the past half decade, Megawide has been highly invested in Cebu. Starting with our anchor project, Mactan Cebu International Airport. It's our way of giving back to what Cebu, the region, has given us also. Total sakto, we're into social infra naman. Next, please. So we believe really it is time to transform Carbon into a first world market. Not only world class, not only state of the art, but first world, as our mantra dictates. That Cebuanos deserve, again key, deserve, and can be proud of. Okay. So this is our proposal. Our proposal is a proposed joint venture or JV between the city and the local government of Cebu and Megawide. Our positioning is what we want it to be. It's a place where past meets present. We want to respect the heritage, the traditions surrounding Carbon. We want it aligned with the general area. Remember, the area is a heritage site. From Colon, Magallanes, to Basilica, to City Hall, to Plaza Independencia, to Malacanang sa South, Malacanang sa Sugbo, and everything. So we want it aligned with that. It will be positioned as a time-honored symbol of Cebu's heritage. Key is heritage. That will be enjoyable and holistic. Again, for the whole family, everybody has a place in Carbon. There's a place in Carbon for everybody at the same time. And then lastly, that offers world-class products that Cebuanos are proud of. We want it to be very, very inclusive for all Cebuanos. Ika na, the real Bislak experience. Okay, what we plan to do? 5, maybe. A first world public market. You will see that later on. And because of our experience and expertise in transportation, first world transportation terminals. You will see later. First world commercial villages that will help the entrepreneurs in Cebu City. Wholesalers, retailers, lahat. We want it to be inclusive, especially ngayong pandemic, yung maraming mga home businesses, yung mga deliveries, etc. A first world night market. And lastly, an icon. Ika nga, the iconic Santo Niño Chapel. Who doesn't know Santo Niño in Cebu? Santo Niño Chapel and Park. Okay, next. This is what we do. Carbon will bank on its heritage, history, tourism, where you can do shopping, dining, and relax, and still offer you conveniences like transportation terminals, and give you activities and events. So it's everything in one place that Cebu can be proud of. Not just tourism, not just commercial, not just a public market, everything is Carbon. We want to make it the #1 attraction of the city. Ika nga, when you go to Cebu, hindi pwedeng hindi ka pupunta ng Carbon. Diba? Correct? Parang, if you're a tourist, even if you're from Luzon, or Filipino ka man international, if you haven't been to Carbon, you haven't been to Cebu. Okay, next. So this is our proposal, the concept, site development. I'll go through it through each block, and then the future development. Okay, this is where we, this is the whole of Carbon. Dito yung Recoletos. This is Magallanes. This is currently the public market. This is currently Unit 1, 2, and 3. This is currently Santo Niño Park, correct? Ito po yung City Hall. Tapos yung Magellan's Cross, ito yung Basilica. And this is currently the other parts of it, right? So we want to develop the whole area. Ika holistic. From A to Z, something where everyone can do something. Like what I mentioned earlier, mayroon tayong Heritage Walk. We want to align with the area, what the area represents. May Heritage Walk, boardwalk, bay seating, retail, outdoor, kiosk, market, shopping, activity area, everything in one place. But still respecting the heritage of the area. Next. So, these are blocks 1 and 2. This is the proposed first world Carbon public market. This is it. Ito yung current na Freedom Park and Warwick Barracks. And our proposal, it will be based on or inspired by the old Cebu train station. Total Carbon coal, di ba? Was used for rail. So what better inspiration than actually para train station? Okay, next. The design will be industrial and airy, maaliwalas. Again, it also addresses, di ba, remember during the pandemic, it's the new normal na. Enclosed space are parang hindi na ina-advise masyado, it has to be airy, maaliwalas, and at the same time, very wide walkways. And this is also where Megawide excels in doing these kinds of projects. Next. This is the proposed Carbon public market. It's technically 4 floors. I'll explain you kung bakit. Pero it's low rise, no? It's low rise. But you know why it's 4 floors. The basement will be for parking and delivery of products. So that yung mga nagbagsakan, yung mga nagde-deliver, won't park anymore on the streets, yung mga trucks. They'll be down. Basement. Sa taas, because vendors say, dapat kami sa ground floor. Kasi ground floor is a prime location in the public market. Di ba? So what did we do? We made 2 ground floors. There will be a lower ground floor and an upper ground floor. If you're standing on street level, makikita mo na yung ilalim ito. This is the lower ground. You'll also already see what's on the ground. You can also see what's on the upper ground. Okay? And then the second floor. So it's technically 4 floors, but mukha lang siya 2 floors. Kumbaga it's not a high rise. And the reason we're not making it a high rise is because, again, it's a heritage area. Go to most of the heritage sites, you won't see high rises. Because they're disallowed. It's a cultural area. Diba? That's the reason for it being like this. And like what I said earlier, it takes its inspiration from the train station of Carbon before. Even the colors, earthy. And pedestrian friendly. The area is through and through yung air so that we can manage also yung sabi nga nila yung baho. This one will be world-class and first world in the sense it'll have its own sewage treatment facilities, water facilities, and we're also proposing putting up solar panels because we can. I mean, we have a sister company that does it. It will help drive electricity prices down in the area. Okay, next. Block 3. Ito yung Unit 1 ngayon. This is the wholesalers hub. We termed it the wholesalers hub because like what I said earlier, we want to invite Cebuanos who want to go into business to do wholesale here also. Kumbaga para siyang divisory na nagbagsakan ng mga textiles and everything. So this is Unit 1 right now of Carbon Public Market and what we call Block 3. Next. It's the concept behind it is parang wholesale. The structure will house wholesalers of souvenirs, export overruns, and handicrafts. Remember sa part ng Warwick, may mga nagbebenta ng handicrafts, parang abaniko, pamaypay, duyan. This is where we'll put it. Okay. Again, low rise. It takes its inspiration from traditional houses in Cebu combined with industrial design features. Okay. Block 4. Of course, everyone has been to Carbon. Ito yung current existing structure, yung cemento, the concrete structure there right now. I think this ano ba?
It's unfinished. Right?
Yeah, it's unfinished, correct. Unfinished structure ngayon. And instead of, demolishing it, it's part of history na ng area. We'll use it. It's still usable. That's why, next. It will be, ang retail concept naman ito, ang concept niya is showcase of popular brands. Local brands also, where you can put up shop here. Next. That is why this is the inspiration. Pusok, parang mukha siyang pusok. And then weave. Brown path. So the structure is inspired by the famous Cebu hanging rice called pusok. Shape and weaving pattern will honor Cebu's culture and will serve as an icon of the vicinity. So it does not go away. Kumbaga, it's aligned with the whole concept in the area. Culture, heritage, Cebu. Yun lang. You can't go wrong if you just follow those things. Diba? Cebu, culture, heritage, history. You can't go wrong with those. Kaya, we'll just provide cladding. We'll make it world-class. Look world-class. From the one you see now, the parang unfinished, this is what we'll make it. Okay. Next, Block 5, Boqueria. The inspiration on this is that, ito yung a lot of mga pop-up shops, mga kainan, parang Larshan ba. So, technically, it will be the Unit 3 of the Carbon right now. We call it Block 5. The concept behind it is inspired by the Boqueria shops in Europe to showcase open and pop-up shops and vibrant ambience. So, kumbaga, it will be a melting pot of food around Cebu to feature food around Cebu, in the region, where you can chill and relax. Kumbaga. Again, everyone has a place in Carbon. Next, boss. So this is it. It features al fresco. Again, because of the new normal, everything is airy. You dine under the sky, and at night you dine under the stars. Okay? Kasi kita niya parang Glass yung taas, see-through. Okay, you see everything, kaya glass siya. Okay, and then al fresco dining. Okay, block 6. This is, I think, the first in the city, if and when it's done. No? In that it is a premier galleria and airport city check-in. I'll explain. So this is block 6 right now. It's beside near the senior citizen park. No, that's okay. Sige nga, next. So the building will ito naman, like what I said, there's a thing for everybody in Carbon. There's a place for everyone. So ito na yung medyo high-end. May lounge dito. But the lounge will be there because it will be in-city airport check-in. Meaning, if you are a Cebuano going to Manila or international, or if you are a tourist having a flight, kunyari, tanghali ngayon, you wake up, I still want to go around Carbon, but I have a flight, and you do not want to bring your luggage around. So what we offer? You check it in Carbon. You leave your luggage there, go around Carbon. The best thing, you go to the airport via a water taxi. Because remember, we operate the airport. And, kumbaga, your stay will be capped by a good water trip through Mactan Channel. Diba? So that's the synergy, that's the seamless thing we can offer here. Kumbaga, when this is done, this is the first in the country. Correct, no mistake? First airport check-in. You can leave your luggage there, go around Carbon, do shopping, and then go to the airport via water taxi. Kasi di ba traffic eh. Go to Mandaue, Cebu, Mandaue, tapos to the bridge, the 2 bridges, so medyo ma-traffic. You can avoid the traffic through water taxi. Total, meron na naman gumagamit na na ferries eh. Why not take advantage of it? Sayang eh. Diba? Next. This one is again, like what we said, parang see-through glass. So makikita again, it airs air of expansiveness. Very air maaluwalas, kumbaga. We will take take advantage of the natural lighting so that electricity consumption will be low. Okay. This design concept is to highlight the interior features by introducing transparency to the facade. Next, this one is the iconic village in Carbon na we can be proud of. Remember, nakita niyo naman different blocks, different villages. Parang it's one big village, different blocks. Okay. The Pusok 24/7 Market will be situated sa tapat ng Senior Citizens Park, right across City Hall, yung parking area doon. So, it will be sort of a Changi style. Night market eh. Pero sa amin, Pusok 24/7. Di lang siya night market. Okay? Open type structure with a variety of retail zones, including street food stalls, RTWs, and souvenir shops. So this is where you also buy. Yeah. Learning your pasalubong. Okay. Next. And it takes its inspiration from the Pusok. The Pusok here is very Cebu. It's very, kumbaga, pag nakita mo kagad, it's Cebu. So, it takes its influences, Pusok lends its, kumbaga, its heritage here. And this is what it will look like.
We want inspiration sana when you're blindfolded, diba? The minute you open your eyes, you know you're really in Cebu, no? Parang airport also. We're using the Luna structure, the resort feel, diba? The waves of Cebu, that's inspiration of our airport. And same here, you know that you're not in a night market in other places, but you're really in Cebu. That's why we're showing the Pusok concept.
So yun,
So it's not just a Pusok, but take your favorite bakat.
So yun, weaving pa rin, tapos ito yung kumpanya Maritima. The white building there. Next. This is the view from the sea, from Mactan Channel. So you can see the Pusok kaagad, diba? And pansin niyo maraming puno yan. Because we want it to be very pedestrian friendly, very expansive, wide, like a real park. So there are commercial buildings and then you have a park. And you notice again, the inspiration for all the villages walang high-rise. Nothing more than 2 floors. Diba? We want to respect kasi the heritage of Cebu. Next. And this is what we're proud of. We believe this will be an iconic area once it's done, the Santo Niño Chapel and Park. Okay. It will be where the current senior citizens park is, right across City Hall. So you have all these iconic areas in one place. Okay? There. This will be a giant Santo Niño, 40-foot Santo Niño.
The concept here naman is we want the first greeter to be Santo Niño. So as soon as you enter Cebu, you'll be greeted by our Santo Niño.
Kasi diba, for example, in other places, you have the Statue of Liberty. Alam mo, nandun ka na, magandun. Sa Singapore, alam mo, Merlion. Dito, you know it's Cebu because you have the giant Santo Niño. It will be so iconic that it's so high. And the inspiration also for the chapel is parang the airport. The arcs of the airport. And you can see the wood You can see the wood below the arc. We'll show you the interior ito. So like we use parang glue lang na ng loob to make it airy, to make it feel natural.
And Santo Niño is very Cebu. Diba? We really have a story here. It's not like any other icons, any other item, but it's really Santo Niño.
Right. And the good thing is, we've consulted also with the church, etc., for this one. So, integrated transport hub, because remember our experience and expertise is in transport development. The airport, we have PTEX and everything. So, we wanted to make this as seamless as possible. Diba I mentioned you can take the water ferry, water taxi from Carbon to the airport and vice versa. Not only going to the airport. If you're in the Mactan, yung Mactan yata, dun sumasakay, diba na ferry, you can also go to Carbon via that route. Avoiding traffic, avoiding long lines. So we have the ferry terminal. Next. This is what we plan to look like. Okay, there's a floating restaurant in the middle. Okay, that's the plan. And this is if you're coming from Mactan Channel, ito yung makikita mo. Remember the giant Santo Niño, the Santo Niño Chapel, Compania Maritimo on the right, and all the other villages.
If you're taking the ferry from Natan going to Carbon, that's a view. Imagine that night. It's like giant lanterns. You'll have giant lanterns in the area.
Yeah. Again, I'd like to emphasize that everything is low-rise so that kung saan ka man sa Carbon, you can see everything. You just need to go on one of the areas and makikita mo na lahat. The view is great from any angle in the whole development.
So while we're redeveloping the area, it's you have the modern feel na, but we'll retain the character of Cebu, the character of Cebu. Nandiyan pa rin. And you'll feel it talaga with the woven elements, the puso, the Santo Niño, you feel that in this development.
Of course, we're working also with the transport authorities of Cebu and the general area to make sure na lahat naman ng tao na pupunta ng Carbon will have transport vice versa, going to and from Carbon. Kasi kailangan maglakad sila, di ba? So we want to make sure that there are proper terminals across, proper pathways also where people can wait and walk to. So next. So yun. This is sort of a sample terminal, at least for the taxis, etc. Anybody who's been at the airport, di ba yung bagong arrival area, when you go there, hindi na dati mag-aantay ka sa harap. There's a proper waiting area that's covered. During rain or sunshine, it's proper, di ba? Makakapag-antay. The same here. We want to make everything as organized as possible, modern, but again, retaining the heritage of the area. That's Compania Maritimo, by the way. Sige, next. Another land terminal in the middle. So ito for the modern jeeps. Of course, gusto natin makadaan sa kabuling mga tao to see, makavisit sila at any time. So also remember I told you about the safety and security issues. But at least everything is walkable, everything is good for pedestrians, or even for public transport. Not just for those with cars. Again, like what I said, this is for everyone. Every commute, may kotse man, naglalakad man, everything is good for them when they're in Carbon. Next one. Landscape plan. So this is something we're proud of. Next one. We want everything again to be for the pedestrians as well. Wide sidewalks. Hindi yung parang nakikipagpatintero ka sa mga sasakyan kasi sobrang liit ng sidewalks. You go to the road, and then again you go to a small sidewalk, and then go to the road. So this one will have wide sidewalks, for everyone to walk in. So, and then there'll be ample parking spaces naman, of course. We want to assure that. Kasi nga, parking, I think, has been a big issue. Na gusto mong pumunta ng Carbon, pero wala kang parking. So you'd rather not go, di ba? Maglalakad ka na lang, mag-jeep ka na lang. So yun. Next. And this will be the landscape again. It's a family-friendly area. Wide swaths of green, where you can chill, relax, be with the family. Mag-picnic ba? Okay? Waterfront dock. Again, the sidewalk experience also is there. And then we plan to put an activity area in this general. Next, boss. Again, wide sidewalks. All around Carbon, you want that al fresco feel. Remember, again, not so much enclosed space, but open, al fresco setup. So, ito yan. I think this is in the West of Europe, some of the areas in Europe. Yes. So, outdoor dining and sitting areas. Of course, that feature local delicacies and Cebu food and Cebuano food. Street food. Diba? I think Cebu was featured in one of those international documentaries on food, diba? On street food, lechon and everything. So you want this to be an extension of that also. Next. So this is a general perspective of the area also. Again, you see the iconic Santo Niño there. And then the different villages. If you're again standing on one area, you can still see everything.